Buddy, let's just get to it. Go view my channel. I'm back. I'm just doing the 9 verses I got for today. This is a good set here. I'm just trying to get to the live channel. Let me see if I can get to my own live here. Come on. There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm back, and obviously you guys know I've been what the routine is. I always kind of break out these mythological characters, mainly for the YouTube channel. So they're all there. So all the characters are, except the actually surprisingly these two are here. But most of the characters that we're going to have in here are characters that broke out. I just dig talking about mythology, love looking at it from all kinds of angles, and definitely enjoying it. So we're just going to enjoy some mythology. I just wanted to, have some fun with some verses with it. So I'm going to give people a few minutes to get in if someone wants to join us in this battle. As always, I just dig like the whole mythology conversation, so it's great. So anyway, at Nine World Chronicles, I've been expanding, so I talk a lot about gods. I talk a lot about obviously goddesses, netters, right? We break out the Greek. Like really, what I'm looking for is a connective thread in mythology. So for me, I just enjoy, that expression. I enjoy storytelling when it's well done. And so that just kind of brings it all together for me. So anyway, we got the first verses coming up, and surprisingly a non mythology verses, right. So this is Ryuk up top from the Death Note series, the anime, very popular anime series. And what this character is beyond being very scary. It's actually terrifying, right? Guy all the way up at the top. Right, with the big eyes, you can see he is an extra dimensional creature. So he's a whole different kind of thing. I don't even know what he is. Whatever his species is, they're no joke, right? And all they love to do is killing people. So he is literally seen as a death god, and I don't know if this is really like I guess based on that storyline, he's got godlike power. He's definitely got godlike power, right? Super strength, right? Speed, invulnerable to like anything. And the kicker with this guy is that he's got basically mind reality altering abilities, right? He writes your name down in this death book that he has, and like that, whatever happens, you're dead, right? That's how it goes. So that's for anyone. It doesn't seem like anyone's outside of his reach. So I wonder if the Surfer's outside of his reach, because that's who he's matched up against. Is a Silver Surfer here, who is one of my favorite, one of the illest, cosmic characters of all time. I love the Surfer. He's a cosmic being, limitless power, faster than light travel, right? Invulnerable skin, can project the power cosmic, just like a deeply, 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 deeply powerful creature here. And we've seen the Surfer pull off some amazing things. Now, I can't believe that Ryuk is really a god of death. Like, I don't really believe that. What I believe about Ryuk is you're a very powerful extra, dimensional being. You possess some technology or some skill that allows you to write people down and they die, right? Like, you do have reality altering abilities, which not a lot of people have. Like, Wanda has, reality altering ability, right? Like, man, I'm trying to think. Like, man, the Phoenix, right? Like, it's very rare that you can alter reality, and that's what he can do. But I don't believe you're any type of like actual god. I think you're a powerful extraterrestrial, and if I believe that, I believe that the Surfer's got a shot to get you. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this one and say that I feel like the Surfer gets his character. A great character, just a terrifying being, like skinny, the big eyes, right? He's an awesome character, an anime storytelling, like at its finest, I think. But I do think you're going to lose out to the Surfer. I don't think you're really a god. I think you have all the elements, right, through whatever mechanisms, right? But you seem godlike, but I really don't think that. So I'm gonna go away from this one. All right, so that's the first one up. That's the first one up. All right, let's see what the next battle is. Okay. Oh man, these are two movies. I forgot this one was coming up, man. These are two movies that just like terrifying. Like up top, I don't know what Samara is, right? I've tried to read up on her. Like it seems to me, was she just a regular kid? and then you got murder. Like they threw you down that hole, and then you just want revenge, and somehow you got superpower. Like I don't know what her deal was. Like, were you a demon before you even showed up there? Whatever it is, this chick got powers on lock, man. Like, I don't know if you guys have done the backstory in your heads. What kind of power do you have where you could just decide to show up through somebody's TV? That's some reality altering type of right there. Like, right? Like, okay, all right. You watch a tape. First of all, how do you know I watched this tape? Like, how there were no trackers. This is VHS tape. How does she have the power to know who was watching those tapes? And then, a very regimented, calendar system to know who you're going to get in 7 days. And she kept that calendar full. Like, whoever taught her this was groundbreaking, right? But I don't know what she is, but she's a terror if you're a human. But that's the problem here. Like, the tall man is not a human. The tall man is a death merchant. And I don't know what he is either. He's a really strong guy who's really, really scary, who's absolutely diabolical, who will sell your soul, right? Because that's what I do. That's my line of work. When he met with this counselor, he was like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. What are you going to do for a living? I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to take souls from Earth and I'm going to repackage them and sell them into slavery. And his counselor said, that sounds like a brilliant business idea. And he got a small loan from his grandfather and he set about this business. And he's one of the most successful at it of all time. Because he's strong, because he's ruthless. Because this guy is 100% a businessman, I can't see him losing to this little girl. Samara's been around for a long time. I don't know why she has powers. I don't understand where you came from with this, right? Or how you did. Like, you're brilliant at marketing. You're the best marketer on this list, right? Of the 9 verses we've got for today. You're the best one on this list. However, I can't see you actually coming through and defeating the guy who's going to have his weapons. Remember the ball he's got. Like, if you let this guy know that you got 7 days and then you're coming over his house, he's going to be waiting there for you. He's going to have his minions over there. He's going to have, like, it's going to be a wrap with this guy. Like, the tall man takes it. Samara scares me. Obviously, anybody coming on your TV, like, now she's probably online. She's probably doing a live feed right now on TikTok. That's where Samara's strength is at, like, brilliant marketing. But, hey, this is a small businessman who's all about his business, and that's taking souls. And Samara, you might be the next soul down there working. You might not be able to spend your time just jumping in and out of people's TV. You might end up working down there for the tall man. Let's see who's next. This is a good one. Oh, man, okay, this is a good one here. I remember putting this together thinking this is a battle royale. This is appropriate for the third fight, right? A Ganju, who is the warrior king, right? We know about this guy. If you met with anyone who's into Santeria, the Cuban religions, the Orisha, West Coast Africa, Kandalambie, right? Haitian voodoo, they mess with this dude right here. The warrior king. And look, he's every single bit the warrior. Just a badass dude. He's also linked to being a god of volcanoes. Obviously, I'm high on this guy. Obviously, I believe in what this guy can do. I believe in how you bring it, right? I believe in you, right? You won me over, okay? So that's where I am with it. Opposing this gentleman here, we got Ares. Ares, who is the Greek god of war. So he takes this very seriously. A son of Zeus, high warrior skills, enchanted weapons and armor, ready for it every single day. He doesn't think about anything else. This is all Ares ever wants to do is go to war. That's it. This guy does not have any other hobbies. He doesn't want any off time. He's always ready to go. And initially coming into this, I was thinking, you know what? Ares probably wins this fight because I'm like, you know what? Ares probably has, I know you have some armor and weapons that are probably made by Hephaestus, right? So you're going to have like enchanted magical armor, all that stuff, right? You're going to be ready. You just finished working out yesterday. You got your electrolytes in. You're ready for this battle. One thing I forgot about when you're talking about the gods, especially the Greek gods, is that they were thriving off of being fed like prayers and worship, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I haven't seen a lot of Greek god worship recently. I mean, they're in movies. That's still veneration. They're still out there. Like, we talk about them. In fact, I watched a Justice League with Ares in it the other day. And it was really good. But here's the thing. A Django is getting active worship right now. Like, a Django is active in a huge part of the world. Still throughout West Africa, right? Then, like, the voodoo, so like the Haitian beliefs, Anybody voodoo, like all that going down from like North America, like America. I don't know if they have it up in Canada, but North, America's going down, man. Like Brazil, like this faith is there. They mess with it in Cuba. I think they mess with it in Puerto Rico, right? Like we see this belief system. So based on his active right now veneration in the world, I'm gonna go ahead and say a Ganju is gonna take this because that should make him stronger, and I believe that it will. While Aries, you're not getting that love like that. Like I said, you're still like you got to be happy with how you're represented in the media. At least Zeus is, right? But I don't think that that's enough. Even with your attendant weapons, I'm going to Ganju because I want that to happen. That's how I want this fight to go down. All right, let's see. Let's see. Give me a second. All right. Oh man, this is actually like I think the best matchup, of today, right? Up top, Athena, the Greek goddess of warfare herself, right? The shining one. In my estimation, the best one out of the Greek pantheon. She's got the restraint. She's running around graping people, right? She's always about her business. The patron goddess, the great city of Athens, right? Live and direct. Doesn't get any tougher than her. She's no joke at all. That might be the only bad part of her. She's no joke at all, okay? But I got her matched up against Heru, right? Heru, the bringer of order, right? The avenging son, right? The guy who was from the time of his birth, he was in trouble in conception. When he was in the womb, while his parents were making him, Set was trying to bust in the room and kill his dad, right? That's how hard this kid is. So imagine while his parents were making, because remember they made him and then he was born right then. Well, okay, no. When they made him, right, they had this whole thing. They had to bring Asar back to life to make him in the first place. So Nephthys, Offset, they get all this magic, right? Jehudi's there, and they bring him back, right? That's the first mummification. So think of all this energy that goes into making Heru, and then they gotta hurry up and get this business done so that Offset gets pregnant with him, okay? Meanwhile, Set's trying to knock down the door. I don't know if you guys knew this. Set's trying to knock down the door because once it happens, it's immaculate conception, right? Set's got to get the hell up out of there, right? Because Set's coming through the door. Imagine Nephthys holding him back, using her magic to hold Set back. He's outside tripping, right? And get the baby born, you get conceived. Offset has to like teleport away. You're raised on the run because your crazy Uncle Set is after you. So you're living out in the marshes with your moms, but you know what? You're getting nourished, right? You're getting nursed by Hathor's milk, right? From Imp, you're getting nursed by Hathor. You know what? Man, Jehudi's over there instructing you. You know that, right? Sekhmet is training you to fight, right? Because they're getting you ready for the ultimate fight of this time, which is Heru versus Set. That's what he was born into and about. And he does wield a magical mace or an enchanted mace that was made by Jehudi. I just dropped a piece on that, on the mace of Heru, right? So he's going in Athena, who I know she's got some magical armor, right? I know she's got some enhancements on that sword, but I'm telling you, Heru is going to be an undeniable force. There's no way that even a Greek goddess of her stature can hold up against Heru, right? Bringing that additional weapon. He was bred for this. He was bred for fighting. He's just as orderly and calm as she is, so he's not gonna make any like emotional mistakes and get angry. So I'm definitely gonna favor him using that magical mace that he's got to take that one. But check that mace out, man. It's kind of a cool piece I did on that. All right, what we got next? Okay, man, this is what I've always been kind of fascinated about ever since I discovered Homelander, right? And the new Boys season is coming up pretty soon. But up top is Gladiator. So if you know the Marvel characters, obviously you're going to know Gladiator. He's that Superman ripoff that we all know about. He's one of my favorite, man. Like, I don't even like Superman, but I actually like Gladiator for some reason. It's his demeanor. I guess I don't like the whole Clark Kent. But anyway, Superman powers all the way through. The strength, right? The speed, the eye beams, right? Everything about him, right? And then, of course, duplicating the Homelander, right? Gets his from Vault Technologies. So I just look at this matchup and I'm like, this comes down to like a test of wills, like who's mentally stronger, right? And that becomes pretty quickly Gladiator's gonna win this fight because there's no way that Homelander, who's fragile, mentally fragile, and a psychopath and a bully, can stand up against Gladiator. Just absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. So while we gotta have this fight someplace off of Earth, because otherwise it'll destroy everything. I just can't see a way. Like that's what it's gonna be. It's going down, Homelander, and I'm glad because I really don't like you anyway. All right, so now I've been into The Witcher because Witcher's obviously got some very cool mythology in it, and I've been into other creatures. So below, we're gonna start down below. You see this Eek, man? This is a shapeshifter that comes from Filipino mythology, right? And this is a giant bird. It's essentially a giant bird, or that's the form it takes most of the time, or a man with, or looks like a man with wings, but he's got these vicious teeth, these vicious claws, and what they do is hunt and eat you. That's what he's waiting for. These guys will be sitting outside of your window. Once they catch your scent, like they catch your scent and they like you, they'll follow you around. They'll stalk you. It'll be days at a time if these things are in the background stalking. They'll sit outside of your window, wait for you to come outside, sit on your roof. They'll time because they're gonna eat you. That's what that mouth is all about. This is a terrible creature. There's no like mystery to this thing. The mystery is that is it gonna find you, and if it does, you're gonna lose. It'll jump down on you, wrap its legs around you real tight, suck the air out of you, and then just commence to eating. And know you're not dead when it starts eating. These are birds. Birds don't care about anything. Birds are the most vicious things on the planet, right? And so a good-sized bird is a terrible monster that any of us should have to deal with. That's why we have The Witcher, right? And that's why The Witcher's going to make short work of this crazy bird. Like, I'm looking at this bird, I'm like, yeah, I'd be terrified of this thing. And any of us are going to lose this fight to this bird. But The Witcher can get it done because, like, he's faced stuff a lot harsher than that and walked away. So this guy's highly skilled. He's got all the tools for it. He's trained for it, so no doubt Witcher gets it done. I'm glad we can count on The Witcher. That's our tax dollars actually being put at work for us, right? The Witcher. Okay, so kind of a family feud here, as it were. And I'm just curious about this one, though, man. We got up top Wepwewet, right? Who is essentially the Kemetic werewolf deity, right? From the city of Lycopolis, which is literally like Wolf City is what it's actually called. There's a great, like, if you haven't checked out the Shades of Memnon book, man, he goes over this whole city, man, this whole adventure in these wolves that they got some werewolves they got to fight out there in Kemetic times. So wolves, man, nobody wants with the wolf. Seriously, if you saw a wolf right now, I don't know if you run, but you're definitely going to get away from seeing. If you run, he's going to come chase you. But you're going to get out, you're going to vacate the premises because wolves are no joke. And that's what he is, no joke wolf. But, man, talking about no joke, this guy gets nothing in fighting this guy. This is Sobek, the crocodile god. And you know what? Crocodiles are just what they are. Mean. And hungry all the time. And as a god, he represents that to me. And looking at these two, and I know they're both Kemetic deities, so they're right there. They're knocking their heads up. And it's going to be a head-up battle that Sobek takes. Because I can't see you piercing that hide, right? That's where I think it's going to get quickly out of hand for Sobek. For Wepwewet. Is that you can't crack that hide. I mean, I know you're a warrior, and I don't mean to disrespect, but, man, I'm all Team Sobek here. I'm all Team Sobek. Sobek will probably still eat me, too, but I'm on Sobek's side in this fight right here, and that's where it's going. I just don't think you crack that hide. All right, so a little deeper into mythology, right? I know you guys know about the Fomorians. There's a lot talked about the Fomorians and where the Fomorians come from, but the Fomorians were supposedly the inhabitants of Ireland before the ancestors of the Irish people got there. And maybe they have an extra-worldly origin, like they're tied to some type of alien mythology, and there's a star that they're associated with up there. But anyway, the least of your concerns is that. The most of your concerns is that they're giants who just walk around, right? You could imagine if you're living someplace and it's giants there too, it ain't gonna be nice for you. Like, they were seen as sea monsters. The problem is that they're also, like, while they're very large, they're also very intelligent, right? They're able to make weapons, like they can, smoke metal. So they're great at making weapons, highly intelligent, and they can wield witchcraft or magic, right? So they're magic wielders. That's where their level of intelligence is. Now down below, I got the Greek, again, Zeus makes another appearance in here via his son, Hercules, right? So I got Hercules matched up against a Fomorian, like a singular Fomorian, not all the Fomorians at once, but a singular Fomorian. And could Hercules take one of these giants, right? That's the big question. And you know what? Initially, I was like, I floated on this. Initially, I was like, yeah, This is Hercules. As far as I can tell, Hercules is undefeated. I don't know if he's ever lost a fight, or you guys have heard of Hercules losing a fight, but I've never heard of Hercules actually losing a fight. So that's what fueled me to say Hercules could do this. And I just watched Hellboy fight like 3 or 4 giants the other day, right? And that's a lot, okay? I'm not going to lie. I watched Hellboy, and it made me think that Hercules could kill not only one of these things, but 3 of these things. So you know what? I'm a slave to what I saw in the media. It just came through. Based on what I know about these two, Hercules, the 12 labors, this is one of the hardest dudes. He killed a python when he was a baby. He killed a python when he was a baby, okay? Like, just one hand, bare-handed, and squeezed the python to death. An assassin python that was there to kill him, right? So this wasn't no, like, little python. This was a full-grown, like, I be killing people type of python. That's what Hercules is. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, I believe that you can kill a singular Fomorian, probably multiple at a time if you actually need to get it done. So that's what I'm going to say. He fights magical creatures all the time. So I'm going to go with Hercules on that one. All right, looking at this one here, man. This one's actually a little bit, this is Sapono, right? And this guy comes from Yoruba beliefs, right? Again, West Africa, so we repping West African belief systems up in here, like heavy today, right? And what he is a god of smallpox. So really, he is a god of disease and plague, is what he is. Whatever horrible disease, polio, whatever you pull out, I don't want any parts of it, right? So ordinarily, I would say, Sapono, you've got a shot against anyone you face. And this dude looks like he ain't no joke. No jokes whatsoever. Hasn't laughed his entire life. But up against a sun deity, I'm just going to say, that's the highest power. And this wasn't a good matchup when I set this one up, right? I really didn't give my man Sapono a chance to earn his first L in the versus tourney. But that's how I see this one going down. So again, just some fun. All these characters I've already listed out. I have profiles on the channel. So if you're curious about them, you want to read about them, you want to drop some information, you want to educate me about them, go down the channel. I'm going to dead on the live right now. I'm just kind of getting back into doing the verses. So thanks for everybody who stopped in. No hesitancy in dropping a comment, guys. We'll definitely appreciate it. And I'm going to be consistent in getting this live done at least a couple of times a week. We'll do some good verses. So always thank you guys for stopping in. Go check out other videos, like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and as always, thanks for good support.